At 3 a.m. in Atlanta, the city sleeps, or at least it should. But inside one of the city's most private hospitals, a moment unfolded that would shock the world. Cameras captured what no parent should ever witness. King Harris, the teenage son of hip-hop icons T.I. and Tiny, lying motionless on a hospital bed, wires tangled across his chest, monitors beeping erratically, and a doctor whispering with fear in his voice, "We can't hide this anymore." What followed in the hours and days after would send the internet into a frenzy, tear apart one of Atlanta's most prominent families, and spark a controversy that crossed every line between fame, power, and tragedy. Tonight, we piece together every detail of that night, every leaked video, every shocking audio clip, and every rumor that turned into a global phenomenon. The saga began when 50 Cent, known as much for his music as for his willingness to reveal uncomfortable truths, released a series of videos on Instagram that the world was never meant to see. In these clips, the hospital's ICU plunged into darkness during a sudden power outage, and a mysterious shadow moved toward King's bed. Viewers were left staring at black screens, holding their breath as one chilling voice broke the silence. They lied to T.I. The boy wasn't stable. He was gone for 8 minutes and they covered it up. The internet reacted instantly. Hashtags like Justice for King Harris trended within hours. Millions shared the clips, and debates raged over whether this was a medical tragedy or something far darker, something orchestrated. Sources later revealed that the video wasn't hacked or stolen. It was sent to 50 Cent by someone inside the hospital itself, someone who risked their career and perhaps their life to expose the truth. The implications were staggering. What this footage suggested went beyond medical malpractice. There were whispers of sabotage, of faked vitals, and of interference from people who had access to the hospital at times when no one else should. In the audio, a faint voice, widely believed to be T.I. himself, could be heard saying, "If they find out what happened, my whole career is over." The statement left fans reeling. The man once lauded for protecting his family was now being accused of hiding the most crucial details of his own child's critical condition. Meanwhile, outside the hospital, Tiny, T.I.'s wife and mother to King, appeared on camera, broken and devastated. Surrounded by flashing paparazzi lights and reporters demanding answers, she whispered words that would haunt millions. "Now I know who really killed my child's peace." Social media erupted. Clips of her emotional outburst went viral, shared across platforms with heartbreaking captions. Her grief, raw and unfiltered, turned what was already a scandal into a national conversation about accountability, corruption, and the pressures of fame in moments of personal tragedy. Inside the ICU, according to leaked footage, chaos unfolded. 2 doctors argued, voices raised, with one shouting, "We can't keep this secret anymore," while another desperately tried to silence him. The lights flickered, and for a brief moment the room was plunged into total darkness. During those terrifying seconds, a figure entered the room, a man wearing hospital scrubs, face concealed by a surgical mask, moving deliberately toward King's bed. Later, investigators revealed that this individual was not hospital staff, but a member of T.I.'s personal security team, someone with exclusive access to the building. Fans erupted online. Theories spread like wildfire. How could a member of the family's private security team enter the ICU during a blackout? Were vitals tampered with? Was someone trying to protect a brand at the expense of a child's life? Social media became a battlefield. Some defended T.I., arguing he was also a victim of circumstance, while others accused him of covering up a shocking betrayal inside the hospital. By morning, the fallout was impossible to ignore. T.I. deactivated all of his social media accounts. Lawyers issued statements claiming that 50 Cent's videos were heavily manipulated and defamatory. But by then, the public had already made up its mind. Tiny went silent. The city's elite speculated, fans protested, and headlines screamed across the internet. Tiny turns on T.I., 50 Cent exposes Atlanta's most powerful couple. Meanwhile, insiders leaked confidential documents, including a hospital autopsy note labeled internal use. The note revealed that King had shown signs of prolonged hypoxia, oxygen deprivation, before surgical intervention. The timeline of events didn't match official reports. In plain language, King had been brain dead before the operation even started, raising chilling questions. Was the surgery necessary, or was this part of a sinister plan to delay treatment? The theory alone were enough to consume the internet. Some argued this was revenge, a brutal move in a hidden war between record labels. Others suggested King had discovered something he wasn't supposed to know about the music industry, and the surgery was a cover-up. Evidence kept surfacing: blurred images of men in suits outside the hospital, internal memos, voice notes, and whispers of bribes offered to hospital staff to remain silent. Tiny's heartbreak became a symbol of the scandal. In one viral clip, she whispered through tears, "They said he'd wake up, but every day I sat there, his eyes never moved. I just wanted my baby back." Fans flooded comment sections with crying emojis and broken hearts, begging her to speak out and expose the truth. For hours, she remained silent, disappearing from public view, while 50 Cent hinted at one final video that would allegedly end the cover-up once and for all. When that final upload arrived, it shocked viewers anew. The footage showed muffled voices, alarms, and panic as King's heart monitor went flat. A nurse screamed, "He's coding! Get the crash cart!" Yet no immediate medical response appeared. Instead, the lights flickered and someone deliberately cut the power. For exactly 8 minutes, the screen displayed only static. When the video returned, the monitor appeared to function normally, but viewers could sense that something unnatural had occurred in that room, something the public was not meant to see. The footage included chilling audio between the hospital director and T.I. The director said, "We handled the situation. The press will hear he's stable. That's all." T.I.'s alleged voice replied, "Do whatever you need to. Just don't let that footage get out." The public reaction was immediate. Thousands of fans expressed outrage online, declaring that this was no longer a medical error, but a deliberate cover-up. Comments filled with fire emojis, crying faces, and hashtags like #KingDeservesTheTruth took over every social media platform. In a further twist, 50 Cent revealed that the man entering the ICU during the blackout was a member of T.I.'s personal security detail, not a random hospital contractor. This revelation added fuel to an already raging fire. Fans speculated that the vitals were faked, that T.I.'s team had sabotaged his son's recovery, and that the entire situation was orchestrated from the inside to protect the family brand. By dawn, T.I.'s legal team issued statements claiming all footage was manipulated, but public sentiment had already solidified. Tiny remained silent, with close family friends claiming she was preparing to testify against the hospital and potentially against her own husband. News outlets ran headlines that would dominate social media for days. Tiny turns on T.I., the truth behind King Harris's tragedy. Meanwhile, rumors circulated that 2 doctors involved in King's surgery had disappeared, deleting social media accounts and leaving offices empty. Whispers suggested that one had left behind a USB drive labeled King's File. This information, combined with leaked text messages and insider audio files, painted a picture of a deeply corrupt system. Hospital staff allegedly instructed others to falsify vitals and pretend King was stable. Messages surfaced in which someone from the Harris family PR team begged 50 Cent to delete the videos, offering private compensation. 50 Cent posted screenshots of these messages with the caption, "You can't buy silence when the truth's already viral." Fans pieced together the story in real time. Some speculated that King's body had been switched after the blackout to hide the truth. Others argued that the entire operation was unnecessary and orchestrated to cover up what really happened. Each revelation fueled the growing movement online, with hashtags like #JusticeForKingHarris, #TheTruthFiles, and #HospitalCoverUp gaining millions of views within days. The case had become more than a family tragedy. It was now a global phenomenon, a story of power, deception, and heartbreak that captured the attention of millions. Tiny, isolated and grieving, became the human face of the scandal. Her clips, sobbing and pleading for the truth, went viral. She declared repeatedly, "They lied to me. My son wasn't safe even in a hospital. Someone wanted him gone." 50 Cent promised one final upload, one that would bring everything to light. The world waited, millions tuning in as the final chapter unfolded. The footage revealed what many had feared: deliberate interference, power outages, manipulated vitals, and an inside operative from T.I.'s personal team. Fans reacted with outrage and disbelief. Debates erupted over social media, and the Harris family's empire began to crumble. Legal teams, public relations experts, and entertainment media scrambled to contain the fallout. 50 Cent's final message left the world stunned. Don't ask who did it, ask who's still trying to hide it. Millions sat frozen in phones glowing in their hands, hearts racing. The Harris family's empire was in ruins, and the nation was united in grief, rage, and disbelief. However, 50 Cent, a man known as much for his musical achievements as for his unfiltered commentary and strategic provocations on social media, while many anticipated he would remain on the sidelines, 50 Cent instead jumped into the controversy with a series of Instagram posts, memes, and captions that mocked the Harris family's predicament. His involvement transformed what might have been a brief scandal into a full-blown media circus. Fans responded in droves. Some found his post hilarious, while others were shocked that he would touch such a sensitive topic. Yet this is the 50 Cent formula. Controversy is currency, and he has mastered the art of turning the drama of others into his own spotlight. In targeting T.I., a man who has long spoken publicly about fatherhood, responsibility, and morality, 50 Cent exposed a tension between public image and reality, drawing attention to the contrast between T.I.'s public persona and the challenges faced within his own family. 50 Cent's posts, while laced with humor, were loaded with implications. He didn't mention King Harris directly, but context made it clear who the target was. Within hours, the internet exploded, and discussions spilled onto every platform imaginable. Blogs reposted the memes, YouTube commentators dissected every angle, and fans speculated endlessly about the implications. The controversy quickly transcended a single video or a social media post. It became a lens through which the public examined themes of hypocrisy, celebrity parenting, and the intense scrutiny faced by children of famous individuals. Meanwhile, T.I.'s silence only fueled speculation. Sources close to the rapper reveal that he is both angry and deeply concerned, not just about the leaked footage itself, but also about the public mockery from someone like 50 Cent. T.I., known for being a protective father, has reportedly chosen to handle the matter privately, but tensions behind the scenes are said to be rising, leaving the public anticipating a potential response at any moment. Fans are torn. Some argue that 50 Cent crossed a line by targeting a young man already grappling with humiliation, claiming his posts are cruel and unnecessary. Others, however, insist that T.I. brought the situation upon himself by cultivating a perfect family image for years, one that now stands in stark contrast to the publicized scandal. Social media users have revisited old interviews where T.I. spoke about parenting, morality, and masculinity, highlighting apparent contradictions between those statements and the current events. For supporters of 50 Cent, this is classic exposure of industry hypocrisy, a humorous yet biting commentary on celebrity culture. To loyal T.I. fans, however, it is opportunistic exploitation of a family crisis. The debate underscores a broader question about the nature of fame, how much of a celebrity's personal life belongs to the public, and at what cost does social media engagement come? Adding complexity to the story is King Harris himself, who has spent the past year in the media spotlight for a variety of controversial behaviors, from public confrontations to legal issues and viral altercations with his parents. King has gradually transformed from a relatively private celebrity child into a young man constantly under the scrutiny of fans and media alike. The leaked video only intensified the narrative of a family struggling to maintain control over their public image. Social media amplified the situation, and with 50 Cent's strategic involvement, the story escalated into a nationwide media spectacle. Industry insiders have pointed out that 50 Cent's actions are not random. Throughout his career, he has seized on moments of weakness or hypocrisy among his peers, turning them into viral content that both entertains and sparks discussion. In this piece, he struck a chord, leaving fans both laughing and unsettled. The timing, as always, was impeccable for the internet, but devastating for those at the center of the controversy. Yet beneath the humor and the memes lies a deeper conversation about fame, pressure, and the vulnerability of young people raised in the public eye. King Harris, who has grown up surrounded by celebrity culture, faces a unique struggle in defining his own identity apart from his parents' legacy. One viral moment, whether authentic or manipulated, can alter public perception instantly, and this scandal may well become a defining chapter in his journey. For T.I., whose career has been built on respect, discipline, and authority, the situation threatens to erode years of carefully constructed reputation. As fans await his public response, the tension between defending family and managing public perception remains palpable. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continues to post cryptic messages and memes, keeping the narrative alive and the public engaged. Each silence from T.I. adds layers of intrigue and speculation, creating a dynamic where social media itself becomes part of the drama. This is a perfect storm of celebrity scandal, personal turmoil, and social media frenzy. The real question is what comes next. Will T.I. confront 50 Cent and reclaim the control of the narrative, or will he focus on repairing his family's image and helping King recover from the humiliation? In the age of digital permanence, scandals are immortal, archived forever across social media platforms and news websites. For now, the Harris family navigates a delicate balance between public curiosity and private grief, while 50 Cent watches the chaos unfold, a master of media manipulation. The lesson is clear: fame carries a cost, and in today's social media-driven world, that cost is often privacy. Behind every joke, meme, or viral clip lies a real family grappling with consequences that reach far beyond likes and retweets. As this story continues to unfold, it challenges our perception of celebrity, privacy, and accountability. The leaked footage, 50 Cent's involvement, and T.I.'s silence have created a narrative that is both compelling and tragic. Fans are engaged, debates rage online, and the Harris family is left to navigate the fallout. Social media has transformed into a courtroom of public opinion, where judgment is swift and forgiveness is rare. Every post, every comment, and every meme becomes part of the story, shaping perceptions and influencing conversations long after the initial scandal erupted. The intersection of personal pain and public spectacle has never been more apparent, and this controversy serves as a stark reminder of the fragile line between fame and privacy. What really happened to King Harris that night? Was it a medical tragedy, a deliberate act of sabotage, or something even darker? The truth remains elusive, hidden behind power, fame, and secrecy. One thing is certain: in Atlanta, lies don't just hurt, they destroy families, careers, and lives. This story isn't just about King Harris, T.I., or Tiny. It's a story about trust, betrayal, and the devastating cost of keeping secrets. And while the internet debates and theories continue, one haunting question remains: what really happened that night in the hospital?